hello nieces, hello nephew, it's your Uncle Charles, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased technical analysis. And if that sounds good to you guys, definitely hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. That means a lot to me. Now, let's get into this, starting off with the flow sentiment from Cheddar Flow. Flow sentiment pretty much overall bearish. I have it filtered for 500k premiums or above, 56% in the puts, 44% in the calls. Okay, so still seeing big money like these contracts right here, still coming in without the money puts, millions of dollars worth. And once again, that July 15th date. Okay, guys, so we're gonna get straight into it. This is the daily chart of the S&P 500 of SPY. And last week I talked about this multi-year trend line, this orange multi-year trend line that I got here, connecting the September 2020 low to the October 2020 low. And we had a recent bounce off it around June 16, a wash below it last Friday, June 17th. But ultimately we held it. We got the bounce, and today we got a nice gap up. All right, very interesting gap up. Okay, so we held this multi-year trend line, and with this gap up, and you know, it continued to push a little more up, a little higher in intraday. But what's most important is that it closed back within this pink falling wedge here. I got this pink falling wedge right there. You guys see it? That's the pink falling wedge. Also, I got this bull flag right here, the yellow bull flag. And you can see SPY closed back within both those patterns. So we got a bounce off this multi-year trend line. SPY closed back within both these patterns. That is a false breakdown. Okay, false breakdowns are bullish. Okay, bouncing off a critical support level and clearing a resistance level, that's bullish. Okay, it doesn't mean we're gonna go head straight back up and last week was the bottom. Okay, it's still a high chance that the bottom is not in yet. All right, have to see more evidence. But as we're a bull, recapturing these patterns is definitely a good step in the right direction. And this puts my 38.2 retracement level, this white line right here. I have my fib level for March 2020 low to the January 2022 high. So as long as we stay within these patterns, that puts a test, a back test as a resistance at least at the 380 level, which is the 38.2 retracement level. Okay, so that's in play. And of course, if we recapture the 38.2 retracement level, that will be very bullish, and maybe we can go fill that gap around 390. We have the multi-year trend line over here around 397.6, and another gap around 401ish. Okay, we got to play level to level, one step, one resistance level at a time. But okay, for me to change my sentiment, I am favoring the relief rally continue, but for me to change my sentiment, I have to see SPY break back below the this falling wedge pattern and this bull flag. So the support, the critical support level for tomorrow is 369 to 369.5. Give it a zone, 369 to 369.5. Very critical support level there. If that level fails to hold, then today was just a bull trap. Today was just a false recapture. And we're going to head back down to see more downside, possibly even lower. Last time we went as low as 362 is possible. If this 369 level do not hold, we go retest 362. And if that failed, we can go down lower, down to the 50% retracement level, which is at 349 to 350 zone. Okay, guys, so on any pullback, because there may be pullback, SPY doesn't just go straight up. On any pullback, 369 must hold. Okay, if it get closes below 369, that's your sign to turn bearish, to get puts, whatever you do. All right, 362 would be back in play. And then if that fails, you could possibly drop down to the 50% retracement level around 349 to 350. All right, but if it still holds, 380 in play. If we clear 380, we could possibly go gap fill around 390 and then further higher targets. Okay, and look at the VIX. VIX got a false breakout last week. Okay, June 16th we cleared 32.39 resistance level. The very next day on June 17th, failed to hold it, closed back below. Today closed even lower. It did test that 38.2 retracement level at 29.74. We got a bounce there. For me to be bullish on VIX, it needs to recapture 32.39. It needs to get back above it. No if, No ands, no buts. It needs to recapture that level to be bullish. Support's at 29.74. Okay, it held today. Will it hold tomorrow? VIX below that is bearish. We're losing support levels. That's bearish, which puts 28.5, then 27.5 back in play. Okay, moving on to triple Q. I had a level here around 282.32. That's May 24th low. That's June 13th high. So it served as both a support and resistance. If we lean back, we can find more evidence when it was treated as a resistance and a support level. Okay, but we're not gonna get too much into that. What I do want you guys to know that 282.32 resistance level is critical. All right, so I need to see triple Q clear that level for me to look for calls. That would be my plan for tomorrow. If it clears that level, I would be bullish, look for calls. But below that, if we get strong rejection, taking out support, it's not a good sign. Okay, all right, I have some support around 278, 278ish. Okay, below that would be 275. All right, so only bullish above 282.32. Below that, we could see go back and test some more downside. Okay, I would have liked to see triple Q actually clear that level today for me to be bullish, but we didn't. It tested it, and we saw some selling pressure. So it needs to clear that level, 282.32. Above that, I would be bullish. Below that, I'm not bullish. Okay, Dow Jones tested a critical level at 305.5. It got a little above that today. Okay, that served as the previous highs and lows. All right. Can't get bullish until that level is cleared. Okay, if it does, that would put 310.6s and 312.3-ish in play. Okay, might be some resistance around 307.4-ish. Okay, these are all previous highs and lows. All right. It needs to clear 305.5 for me to be bullish. If it doesn't, 303.6 is below, and if that fails, could drop all the way back down to 297 or even lower low, even lower than that. All right, so it needs to get above 305.5. Just that straightforward. Here's IWM, zoomed out a bit. I have the 50% retracement level at 170. Now, if we zoom in, you can see that yellow line right there. You can see IWM back tested that level as a resistance today. All right. Last week, June 15th, we lost that level. Okay, well, it tested that level of support, but June 16th, we lost that level. Today, back tested it as a resistance. That's not a bullish sign, guys. That's actually bearish. Think of the back test and go strategy. So for me to be bullish, it needs to be above 170.9 cents. Okay. It needs to clear that level. Today it went as high as 170.08 cents. So it's almost perfect rejection. If it can't clear that level, that keeps 165.7 in play. If that level fails, 162.8 and possibly even lower, down to the 150s and mid 150s or lower 150s. Okay, so only bullish above 170. All right, no ifs, ands, or buts. Apple, here's Apple. You see that green line? Okay, this green line. There's two green lines here. I'll change this one. This can be yellow. Okay, we're not looking at the yellow. Looking at the green, you can see in the past, this green line has served as support and also as resistance back on June 15th and today as well. We found selling pressure there. That level is at 137. I would be bullish only above 137 to put 138.4 in play. Then upper targets around 141.7. The gap fill around 142.6s and possibly 143. Okay, only above 137 are those targets in play, or those resistance levels in play. Can't get bullish unless that level's clear, because my strategy is always the same: bullish and look for calls when the resistance level is cleared, and that is the level for tomorrow. As long as below 137, hard for me to be bullish. Okay, it's also looking like a double top here. All right, next support is all the way down to 133.47. Okay, now something about that is bullish about this. If we zoom out, you see that 38.2 retracement level is at 133.47. Before we get too bearish though, I do want to mention, and it is worth mentioning, that Apple did recapture that level today. All right, so we got a false breakdown scenario for Apple. That's a very bullish setup. I just need to see that 137 level clear to confirm more upside. Okay, if not, we can go back down and test that support level which is much weaker than before. Okay, so below 133.47ish, that's very bearish, and I favor new lows. Okay, above 137, I need to see. I would be bullish, and I'll probably see or lean to more upside. Okay, so support 133.47, favor new lows. Above 137, I'll favor more upside. Okay, Tesla had a nice trade with Tesla today. I mentioned above 680, I would be bullish, right? If I mentioned it this morning in today's alert, I also mentioned in the last video if you watched it. Above 680, I would be bullish, and I favor more upside. Okay, we had a target around 701 and a target critical level around 727 to 728 zone. And of course, the yellow resistance line around 730. Okay, so above 680, I had 701 as a target, 727, 728 zone, and 730.5 is based on this yellow line that connects June 2nd high to June 9th high, and now today's high. Okay, so for me to be bullish, obviously I want to see that breakout. I need to see Tesla above 730.5. If that happens, very bullish setup. Okay, breakout, bullish. That will put 765 in play or higher price target around 779. If you can't get that breakout, I have support around 700 actually. Below 700, I would look for puts. I would favor more downside. Okay, just keep it that simple, guys. Let the levels guide you. Watch the price action. Is resistance breaking? Is it breaking out? I will look for calls if the answer is yes. Is support failing? I will look for puts if the answer is yes. Okay, guys, and if you need more guidance trading in this crazy market, please consider joining the Discord. I got a lot of members, doing pretty good job. Okay, got a room where it's gains pouring. This member made a little over $245. This member made a little over $2,000. Okay, this member made a little over $200. This member made a little over $8,000. Okay, so all members are different, but we try to trade together, following the level-to-level price action and the strategy. Okay, so if that sounds good to you guys, please consider joining the Discord. The links is in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice one. Peace.